May profits be upon you. Welcome to another, what am I going to call this? Daily analysis. All right. What happens is we're going to take a look at the Nasdaq, and I'm going to look at it for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is NFP Friday. All right, non-farm payroll. All right. Most people, most smart people, uh, will trade after the news comes out. All right, after the non-farm payroll numbers come out, uh, because that could send a shockwave through the markets. It's high impact news, so you don't want to be in a trade and then get your stop loss zapped. All right, so a lot of people stay on the sidelines, but I like to look early. I like to look early at the markets and see an obvious only uh, uh, setup of some kind, and only when it's that obvious and that strong, then will I take a trade on it. But for the most part, I like to stay on the sidelines. But I think some analysis wouldn't hurt. All right. So without any further ado, after this very impulsive move down to this monthly area of fair value, the sell-off before the stronger buy-up creates this area of fair value, and you wait for the market to come back to it to test that, and you can see what the reaction is: a very quick recovery, a very sharp turn here. All right, and you can see how price kept that low protected. It never came back to that low. It went down into the uh, to correct this move, and to put and pushed up. Now, if you was to put a Fibonacci retracement tool on this low to this high, back to this low, what do we got? About a 618. Am I correct? All right. You look for that turnaround, and then it takes out this top. That's a very bullish move to me. That's a very bullish indication to me. All right. Some people might say, "Oh, well, this was an area of supply here, from here to here, and price reacted to that supply, and that's why it's running through it now." And I think we're going to take out this high, and that's exactly what we did. So, uh, that being said, are we going higher? Yeah, I think we are going higher. I think we're going to take out that high because you see how yesterday's candle, you see how that was formed? It came down and swept these lows, swept them and pushed higher. All right. Why did it come down to sweep these lows? Well, if we look closely, you can see. Okay, can I try that one more time? You can see. Oh, there you go. You can see that there was a bullish fair value gap here. Price came down, used that bullish fair value gap to push higher. That's all there is to it, folks. The fair value gaps is the way to go. All right, that's all you got to know. All right, just got to know how to choose the right, a strong, dependable fair value gap, because they're not all made the same. But uh, if we move further, uh, I don't think price is coming back for this low, because the only reason why it would come back is for liquidity, and it already swept these lows, those that low resistance lows here. It's a low resistance liquidity run with that low. So I don't see it needing to come back down there. I see that this is an internal range liquidity, and then we go up to take the external range liquidity at the high. All right, from a high or low to a fair value gap is internal to external, internal to external. All right. All the lows in this downtrend are external lows, are external liquidity. The pullback towards a fair value gap is the internal liquidity. Hence, you have the lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and that's how the market trends. Okay. So we hit our external range liquidity here. What are we looking for now? Internal, right? Where's that internal at? Aha! I'm so glad you asked. Right here. Why isn't my okay? Not sure why it keeps doing that. All right. There is your bullish fair value gap, just like this one. This one was respected. I'm looking for this one to be respected. You see, price has already tapped it. I'm looking for price to fill that wick. Why don't you fill that wick? Because it came down here to sweep liquidity for a move higher. I believe that is the intent, that price wants to move higher. Hence, I'm looking for a price to bounce from this fair value gap. Now, it could fail. It certainly could, but I don't think it will. And we're about to find out, right? All right. So, where would the point be? Where would the target be? Right here. That high right there. That'll be the first, and then we'll be talking about the next one. We have a speed bump right here. That is a bearish fair value gap. I'll draw it for you. I believe that price will probably make it up to this bearish fair value gap, and like I said, use it as a speed bump. The price could, come all the way up, pull back, all right, where you can again see a an external range liquidity being taken here, and a pullback into internal range liquidity for another move higher. Aha! You see how this is working out? You understand the master plan? That's what I'd like to see happen anyway. We'll see. We'll see. But right now we have some things in place. So I am bullish for tomorrow, and we'll see how it works out. All right. That's on the daily. Uh, no sense in getting into a whole bunch of extra detail because we have NFP tomorrow and everything. Just look for on the lower time frames. I would go down to the hour. Look for a bullish break of market structure to the upside. Matter of fact, you might as well go on down there and take a peek. All right. I'm looking for a bullish, a bullish move. All right. I would like to see the markets break a high. All right. I'd like to see it get past this bearish fair value gap. I'd like to see price break a high, pull back into the range of fair value. All right. And then we can either use that to continue higher. But again, that's some subtle stuff, and we'll cross the bridge when it comes to it, when it comes down to it. All right. I'm just hoping that we see a bullish break of market structure shift from bearish to bullish. It has to break something, even if it does something like that. It breaks down into the fair value gap, and then breaks that high. This is what I'll be looking for: price to come back here and to move higher. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Uh, Trade safely tomorrow. And thank you for watching. And do not forget to hit the like button. All right, hit that the boost button. And if you have questions, I would love to answer them. I like to interact with you in the comment section. So see you in the next video.